Oh, good morning. Friday, 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 guys. Friday. Let me, uh, let me think that, let me know if I'm saying that right. Let me, boy. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. Not sure what's going on with the YouTubes over there, but things are going crazy. I gotta just have a little bit of music. Enjoy our illy coffee and the New York Cup. And I always talk about illy coffee. You guys, they don't give me free coffee. Although I wish they would, but they don't. Just love the illy coffee. I tried other folks, they don't got enough octane. New York City. City in turmoil and trouble right now. That's a good point to cut it. So, guys, what's going on? Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Cutting off the limiting the folks that can get into our cohort 21-1, first cohort of the year. Probably most likely the only cohort of the year to cover through this thing. And again, we're going to start at the very basics. Not very basic. I'm not starting at IT plus, so IT fundamentals plus. We're not going to start with that. We're going to start with A plus. So if you don't know anything about technology, your friends don't know anything about technology, but they want to get in the world, you can't just. I've seen it, and we've actually tried it, even jumping people right into Security Plus. There's problems. You don't have the background. You don't have the depth of what's going on. You don't know what networking is. So we're going to start with A plus. We're going to go to Network plus. We're going to go to Security plus. Maybe Cloud plus. Maybe AWS fundamentals or Azure 900, their fundamentals course, or something like that. Cloud, not CCSP because it's too expensive. Then we're going to finish off with the CAP, RMF kind of stuff. So that's a year-long training. Year-long start. We're going to start up in March and probably meet fairly regularly. And you're probably going to have to read on your own, and you're going to have to commit to this. Oh, yeah, and the last one after RMF, we're going to talk about career building. We probably work on that throughout the course. We'll keep working throughout the year, talking about career building, how to get ready, how to do your resume, how to do interviews, that kind of stuff. It's really get you ready, get qualified people into the field, right? Technology, cybersecurity, security, risk management, all of these fields are just short people. Rainier's here this morning. Good morning, Rainier. Welcome, and thanks for being so regular about being here. That's awesome. That's awesome. So in this vast world of security, earlier this week we talked about multi-factor authentication with the Ubiquiti. That was important. That's cool. We're going to finish that up. Today, that tile should be coming in. I'm getting a tile because this thing is just way too small. Way too small. I mean, dang. Look at this thing. Look how small that is. That's tiny. That's my overhead. My overhead camera kind of dorked out on me, and the other one died. Switched this one out this morning. I might have to do something with that. So, yeah, YubiKey. This can be fun. It'll be fun. We'll set this up probably next week. I don't want to do nothing with it. I don't want to take it out of the package or anything until that tile comes in so I can keep track of where it's at. I'll probably end up getting another one and put it in the safe. So that's, life online. How do you secure your life online? So when we talk about multi-factor authentication, we're also going to talk about password vault. Right now I'm doing a review of some of the big ones because you're going to have a password vault. There's some dangers out there. People are building strong, secure passwords, and they're reusing the same one over everything. And then eventually a breach happens, and your good, strong password gets exposed to someone, and it's game over. Everywhere you've used that is now exploitable. Richard's here this morning. Good morning, Richard. Hope things are going well. So I wanted to talk this morning about physical security. So we talk about risk management. We talk a lot about cybersecurity. That's kind of where we focus. But there's two other domains of security that we should be looking at as well. Administrative security, that's how we hire people, how we track them, how we fire them, how we transfer them between jobs, how we, all that administrative stuff around security. And then obviously physical security. Physical security has been around since far before cyber has been around, right? So one of the things that I like is our network. The network we run is Ubiquiti's UniFi network. And we've got all the videos done. We just need to do the classes on setting up a Ubiquiti network. So you can set up a Ubiquiti network for like $500 or less. And that's thin access points. That's the Unifi Dream Machine, which I like. And I go with the Unifi Dream Machine Pro. That's what I would recommend to everyone because I use a feature which is Unifi Protect. And Unifi Protect adds things like cameras. This is the G3 Flex. This is G3 Flex. This is an indoor-outdoor camera that's mounted on this like pivoting pedestal, and the lens like rotates. It's power over Ethernet, so you don't have to run a power cord to it, and you can run this thing anywhere inside or outside. But until recently, Unifi has not offered any type of Wi-Fi cameras. So sometimes you have to run a camera where you can't get a cable to, network cable to. So what do you do in those cases? And a lot of people have been using something like the Arlo system, which Arlo is Wi-Fi. And that's good, but then now you're running two systems. Now, the nice thing about Unifi Protect is it records your information. You can set up zones where you want to watch for movement and zones where you don't even want to record. Privacy zones, you can set them all up within the administrative console. Unifi Protect is extremely powerful. You can store your video to the cloud. You can store your video locally. You can get a 4-bay expansion chassis that allows you to add 4 hard drives to your storage array. Right off the bat, why are we dinging? Supposed to be on Do Not Disturb. Let's make sure we're on Do Not Disturb. Don't disturb, man. Come on. No dinging going on. Yeah, so the standard UDM Pro chassis has an expansion bay for 1 hard drive. And you can add, I think, up to a 4 or 8 terabyte hard drive. I think I've got a 4 terabyte. And then all of your cameras stream to that device, right? They record to that device, and you have the ability to do all kinds of stuff with it. So I have some of these G3 Flex that I run. But there's some places that I can't run a cable for one reason or another. So just recently, Unifi has released this, and this is, I've already got 2 of these on the network. They work wonderfully. This is the Unifi Protect G3 Instant. Now this is a dual band Wi-Fi camera that's powered from a USB-C type connector. And you can put this anywhere in your house, and assuming you have a Unifi network, because that's what it all connects back to, you probably have some Unifi access points. This thing will connect right to. So let's take a look at this thing. Let's switch to the overhead view. And maybe we'll zoom in a bit. Let me get to my camera. We'll pan and zoom. We'll zoom on in. So here we got, this is, all right. Again, we talked about Ubiquiti and UniFi. Apparently, the folks that put this product together used to work for Apple. And you can tell when you look at their packaging, it looks like Apple packaging, right? It's very slick, very cool looking packaging. And even when we open it up, it's going to have that Apple look and feel. And the nice thing about, to me, I use Apple for a lot of things, but the thing I love about this stuff is it works as simple as Apple stuff, right? So if we go in here, this is that special unboxing. People love unboxings, right? So we get the back. On the back, there's the seal. Let's see if we can get that zoomed in. Your seal that proves that this is actual Unifi Ubiquiti information, documents. It's been tested. I don't think we got anything sensitive on there. But yeah, it's cool stuff. Let's open this thing up. So, like you would expect, with something that comes from a product that's like what Apple, it's all nice, strong, secure packaging. When you get in there, it looks very much like what you see with Apple, right? So you get packaging, so it'll convenience, little thumb hole in the back. And if we look at these, this is the Unifi G3 Flex, and this is the G3 Instant. And if you do the difference between those, it's just crazy. It's crazy how small and compact that is. The thing about these are, they have microphones and speakers in them. And they have the craziness, right? Here's your setup. Its setup is simple once you get the app. It gives you a decent length of cord, so you can run this. We'll assume you run it from the wall, somewhere up the wall. And then your mounting hardware, right? Your puck and your mounting hardware. A bunch of mounting hardware. You can screw it in the wall. You can set it on a desk somewhere. You can use double-sided adhesive to set it somewhere. Just all kinds of options. So I'm going to show you how easy this thing is to set up, right? So let's take our cable. Just like, again, just going to remind you of Apple, all the way that this packaging is. Gives you some hardware in case you need some screws and some anchors. Eric's here this morning. Good morning. Nice standard USB on one side, USB A or B. It's probably a USB B. And then on the other end, nice thing is they've done this. They've angled the USB as a USB-C connector so that it just, when you put it in, it doesn't stick out or anything. It sits nice and flat on the bottom. So you can just set that somewhere. And we're going to set it right here. And I happen to have a cord I brought out. And what we're going to do is let's bring up the iPhone, right? So here's iPhone view. There's the camera. This is the Unifi Protect screen. That shows you outside and in the garage and that kind of stuff. You can see what's going on. All right, so let's plug this thing in. Let's plug the camera in and see what happens, right? Camera's in. There we go. Look at that. New device found. Cool. Now it's bringing it up. It's booting the device. And one thing we're going to do, it's going to need an update, right? So it's going to need an update. They've thought about that and they update it right away. Right out the gate, you're going to get an update. So it's found it. It's going to start singing to us. There we go. Tells us there it is online. Do we want to add it to our Unifi Protect? Yeah, we want to add it. Now it's connecting Bluetooth, and it's going to allow us to add it to our Wi-Fi. So right now there we go. And then I'm gonna turn off this real quick, because right now we're just selecting our Wi-Fi, right? We're gonna select our Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna turn this off and select my Wi-Fi. And it's gonna ask me to put in our encryption key. There we go. It's connecting to the network. Here, changing tone. It's coming all along. There we go. Establishing our Wi-Fi connection. There are G3 Instant. So let's go ahead. We can rename this. Let's say it's going in the hallway. Done. And we've got our camera here. Now you're going to notice right now it says the camera is updating. That's the first thing it's going to do, and it's going to take a minute to update. And while that's updating, let's the nice thing about this is just let's move that around maybe a little bit. Got to find my mouse. Let's shrink that down while it's doing its thing. It's just updating. And here's our camera, right? We do have, for those folks that love this stuff, right? We're gonna where are you at? We'll peel the little plastic covering off it. Oh my goodness. I know that's some people are really hot on that. Unboxing videos, man. Unboxing. Still updating. So it's updating before you even get it fully installed on your network. It's updating. And this thing has a huge wide field of view. This one, the G3 Flex is really good. They both have night vision. It's telling us it's coming to life. Both of them have night vision. Both of them have camera. Both of them have microphones and speakers. This, to adjust it, it's a more narrow field of vision. So we can turn it, and then we can adjust the camera up and down, right? And then we can mount it to the back. We can mount it to a pole. This one is inside and outside, so it's waterproof, weatherproof. This one, the G3 Instant, is only inside. Don't use this. Don't use this one outside. Don't put it outside. You can put this one outside. But the field of view is more narrow on this one, which for the Instant, it gives it some benefits. But the problem is, you know, when you get a really wide field of view, things like tables and stuff that have a straight line end up having kind of a bow. So you have to make sure it's kind of that fisheye vision because the field of view is so wide. So remember that when you're setting this thing up, when you're setting this environment up. So this can be set up with the UniFi system. You can set it up with the UDM, the normal UDM, or I would recommend the UDM Pro. And the reason I go with the Pro is by the time you add all of the features, like the cloud key and the Unifi Protect and a hard drive to your UDM, you're about the same price. You're about the same price as the UDM Pro. And the UDM Pro has a stronger, a faster backplane. And with the UDM, you can't handle full-on IDS, IPS, or intrusion detection, intrusion prevention on the Unifi Pro or Unifi Dream Machine. But with the Unifi Dream Machine Pro, it's faster, it's bigger, it's a full 1U chassis. You can handle full-on IDS, IPS protection on your network, right? They both allow things like developing subnets and building firewall rules and all the stuff you'd expect out of a protection, a UDM device that unifies your protective suite. I do like the UDM Pro because it better incorporates UDM or Unifi Protect, and Unifi Protect is your camera, your monitoring system, and we're almost done updating right there. I think it's gonna have to reboot when it's done, but it's nice that they offer these. These are less than $30 each, right? And you can look at that. That's comparable to some of the cameras you find on like Amazon. Definitely less than Arlo cameras and the Arlo Netgear system. Because you already got the system, it ties into it, just like tying in additional access points to your UniFi network. We just add extra cameras. They come right to life, and anywhere you have power, you can add one of these things, power and Wi-Fi coverage. So I've been waiting. Eric's joined the broadcast. Good morning, Eric. And NC Worker has joined. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. He says, he, she, NC Worker. Not trying to guess that gender. So we're just waiting for this thing to finish up. It's almost there. Camera's updating. Oh, there we go. So now, just because it's an iOS app, so if you turn it, bang, Bob's your uncle, right? So now we do. It is Wi-Fi, right? So there's going to be a bit of a delay. There's going to be a little delay, and you can see that wide field of vision. That's the mess that I've been building this week. It's been a crazy week, but you get that field of vision. Hey, how you doing? It's a great little camera. I'm really impressed with these things. So, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think about the UniFi lineup? The fact that they're so Apple-esque, right? So much like Apple. I mean, look at the packaging. I mean, it's plastic, but man, they did a really good job of boxing this, putting it together, kind of sad that you got to throw all the stuff away. Really heavy box. I keep one of these because all these little pieces. I've got one of the ones from the UDM Flex. All the little pieces that I don't use, like I'll probably mount this with the double-sided adhesive, and then these two mounts, and put this up on the wall in the hallway. The one thing you got to remember when you're putting this together, right? If you want to set it on a desk, it's ready to go. It's good to go. You set it on a desk, good to go. If you're not, there's a little. Now let's flip over to overhead. There's a little plug right here, but you got to pull the little plug out, right? Pull the little plug out, and that's the standard connector, right? So within this, there's like almost like a six-sided, not a pentagon, a hexagon, whatever, that locks into it, tells you which way's up, and then when you put it in, you have to get your Phillips screwdriver, and you have to actually screw the mount into it. So, and then you just mount it on the wall. Just get on the wall and you're good to go. The Unifi, if you sign up for Unifi Protect, you do all you have your stuff going online to the cloud. If you're out somewhere, you can check your house. Your zones, when you set your zones up, you can have them with somebody enters a zone they're not supposed to be in. If you have somebody enter your house when you're not there, it'll alert you. It'll let you know what's going on. And all the time recording this stuff, right? And you can set your recording to overwrite or whatever. So, yeah, cool stuff. Got a lot of stuff going on in the background. Let's maybe turn off that view so we don't have to keep looking at the camera. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about cameras? What do you think about physical security? Physical security is part of your overall security suite of what you should be, keeping track of, right? We've got to secure. Got to secure our environment, right? Administrative, physical, and cybersecurity. We focus a lot more on cybersecurity. We have to think about physical security as well. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm talking about. Hopefully. I don't think there's any information you guys shouldn't have. What do you got on the back here? Our serial number. Nothing serious. Doesn't have any keys or anything like that. I think we've got. You did see my mess behind the scenes. It's a mess right back here right now. This has been a hectic week. Started teaching the Amazon Azure 401 class for SLU, St. Louis University this week. So jumped into that, and it's been hectic, crazy. Students going through that class. Amazon, Amazon, AWS, Google, they all have great offerings. It's amazing. Last night we were talking about using templates to deploy your servers in the cloud. JSON templates, build your servers and get them deployed lickety split. And if you're done using them, you just turn them off. Just delete them if you want to, because you got a script and it'll spin them right back up again. Good stuff, I think. So, what are your thoughts on physical security? What are your thoughts on, take care of the place? Lemmy, yeah, got 12 plus around the house. Yeah, we got to work today. Unfortunately, it's the time we're living in, right? You got to protect yourself. Protect yourself online. Protect yourself physically. We had a comment the other day about we're talking about the Ubiquiti, and what I was calling everyday carry, EDC. I'm thinking about this being part of your everyday carry, with the tile on it, of course. And one of the comments was, there's another, in other circles, there's a thing called EDC, everyday carry. What people carry should things go terribly wrong, right? If some civil unrest should occur, or if something bad should happen, what are you carrying? Is it like, do you carry a knife? Are you carrying a concealed weapon? Are you carrying rations, maps? Are you carrying extra food just in case? And some people have an everyday carry bag. That may be worth looking at. It's a totally different direction for this channel. But I was talking about everyday carry with your electronics. What electronics do you carry around every day? And it was funny. I was thinking, I've heard both terms, right? Everyday carry with like your handgun. Generally, let's get honestly, when we talk everyday carry, it's what type of handgun are people carrying every day? That's usually what people are talking about everyday carry. That's the centerpiece of it. And then what do you carry around it? What do you carry with that? What do you carry a bag, like a go bag that has normal stuff? Do you have it maybe in your car or whatever? I was talking about your electronics package. What electronics package are you normally carrying around every day? If you leave the house, what is with you for your electronics package? So I don't know. Do you guys think about that? What do you carry? What do you carry if you were to leave right now? What electronics are you carrying with you? Right. A lot of people, it's your iPhone. Right. Take an iPhone. This, once you get this set up, you're probably going to want to have your YubiKey. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I do love what's up there right now. It's showing me the screen. What I'm looking at through the teleprompter is an 11-inch iPad Pro, and I do have. I can't show you the Pro, but I can show you the Magic Keyboard. Now this thing is pretty awesome. I love this, and I think this is going to replace my MacBook Pro. I really do. Great keyboard, backlit keyboard. It's got a trackpad on here. It's got 2 angles. I do think I'm going to have to get another case, though. A case similar to this one that this iPad's on. That just kind of folds over. So when you're reading, I do a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of training. And the iPad's great. Why are we getting pop-ups? Shouldn't be getting pop. Why is snooze not? Why do not disturb is on? That makes no sense. So, anyways, what do you guys do? Let me know in the notes. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? What are you carrying every day? What do you guys think about physical security? What are you doing for physical security? And I don't want you to, don't give away any secrets that's going to get you in trouble. Don't give away anything that you shouldn't let people know. But let me know what you're thinking. What is your, what's your physical security? What would you recommend? There we go. What would you recommend for people's physical security setup? Do you have Ring doorbell? Do you have electronic locks? The lights and stuff that come on and go off by themselves. That's old school. That's old school physical security, right? Making people think you're at home. That's a big thing. Bad guys are normally less likely to invade is a good word, I guess, a house, a business, something that looks like people are there. Lights that come on and go off by themselves. The old Home Alone, Kevin, he made it look like the house was occupied. They're having parties and stuff, and it was really big cutouts that were traveling around on trains and stuff. So, anyways, that's what I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear from you guys. If you're watching later, hit me up with #Restream in the notes. Let me know what you're using at home. Let me know what you think about the G3 Instant. Let me know what you think about the Unifi system, Unifi Protect, and the Unifi Dream Machine. I'm a big fan. Let me know what you think, and I guess I'll see you guys on Monday. It's been good seeing you. Take care. Take care of your friends, family, your coworkers. If you want to listen to this in podcast format, in audio only, it'll be on the podcast later today if you want to grab that. If not, always like, subscribe, hit the bell, share with your friends. Getting ready. We'll talk about the cohort on Monday. Cohort messages. If you made the cohort, if you got accepted for the cohort for 2021, you'll get your message this weekend. You'll get an email letting you know what's going on. So that being said, you guys take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Mike Bravo's going to tell you go get some, and I will see you guys Monday.